Hey folks, this ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Buraz in his 268 version 4. For some reason, I almost said version 2. I don't understand. Object 268 version 4. This is a tier 10 game on the new Glacier map. So this is the first time I've ever seen this map. I like that peak, but obviously you can't get there. Is that a ship? That is totally a ship. Can you get there? I bet you can. Ooh, that's a rock. No, that's actually a boat. Anyways, so I'm gonna spend some time looking around this map as much as commentating over it, because I've never actually. Yeah. So, anyways. Before we get started, as always, if you like this and you want, and you think this deserves the MVP for the week, then please hit that like button. If you want to see more of this kind of content, then please subscribe. And if you don't like this content for any reason, feel free to hit the dislike button. And in all things, thank the patrons, for they are amazing. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do a ton of the things I do. So thank you all, and yeah. Let's get back into the game, as it looks like he's... Ooh! I thought he was about to delete that guy. Now this tank does about 650 damage per shot. So assuming he can load and hit something, it's going to seriously hurt. The problem with this tank is it is horrible at sniping. One of the worst tanks I have ever tried to snipe with. However, when it's up close and personal, it can destroy your world. The shells travel slow enough that it's annoying, and also the gun is inaccurate enough and it scatters around pretty good. But when it's up close and personal, you can use this great armor really, really effectively and bounce shots that other people wouldn't necessarily be able to bounce, and you can just destroy people pretty good. Now it looks like he's gonna stay back here and snipe for a little while anyway. I assume at some point he will be pushing up. As long as he's staying back and sniping, he's gonna be missing as many shots as he takes. At the best, like that's the best he can hope for, is to do 50-50. So far, we haven't actually connected a single shell with where we've been aiming at. So of the, I don't know, I have no idea how many he's fired exactly, but none of them have hit where he's been aiming. Is this one gonna hit? Nope. Well, blocked by armor, as that too. It connected this time, but not in a way that did anything helpful. If he shoots this 140 as it pulls out, then maybe he'll do some good. But until he gets up close and personal with these folks, he's gonna have some trouble doing real damage. Looks like he's gonna take a blind shot at that T-49, and unfortunately it flew high and wide and missed completely. Though it did make him look. If he had been able to hit that shot, that would made him look pretty awesome. I don't know if he can afford to be wasting too many more shells. Oh, Conway is right there. Okay, so with 293 pen on his standard ammo, there is only a few parts of the Conway he can't pen. Hey, look at that! Didn't hit where we were aiming at all, and went through, of course, because of that. Yeah, nice. So there's only a few parts of the Conway he can hit and not pen. And the gun mantle, it would be one of those parts. Ah ha ha! Finally, 2 shots in a row connecting at decent ranges, and he's starting to feel like he likes this tank, instead of feeling like you hate this tank because it's so annoying and won't put rounds where you're trying to put rounds. Ooh, nice shot into the 257. Who thought he was in cover and wasn't actually. loading up another round. It looks like he's going to see, but taking out his counterpart. Nope. Just bounces the shot and then gets himself tracked by the 430, who's going to retreat back into cover before he can reload and before any of our teammates can mess with him some more. I think the Object 430 is actually waiting until we fire before he pulls out, which is incredibly smart on his part. Nope. You know, Perez, if you're going to keep taking these extremely risky shots, you might as well just load up your 5 HE rounds. And then at least when you connect, instead of just bouncing, it will splash damage and do some kind of damage to the target. Looks like a mini mouse is on our sights. Nice shot through the side of the turret. And that'll get his attention. Minnie Mouse is looking at us, I think. Yep, there we go. And loaded, and again, straight into him again. Heat rounds this time, so it has that extra burst of pen. And it doesn't really matter where exactly he hits. Now, the thing about the heat rounds is they travel so incredibly slowly. Also, don't shoot tracks. So as long as he continues to make sure he doesn't shoot the tracks, and he shoots at targets that are either stationary or not moving very fast, then he should be able to contain the hit. Oh, I forgot entirely to mention the fact that he's in platoon with Myrai 222. I assume that's how you pronounce that name. It's possibly not, in which case I'm sorry. That's just how I have a tendency to try and pronounce names. Nice. What? I didn't realize we could go that low. Roll that low. Good gourd. Okay, well there's a dead 1390 as he goes in and just engulfs it with a shell. Because that shell was probably about as big as the T9 1390's turret, right? Just a thunk. Dead. No. I hate when you do that. Happens so often to me. Is go for a kill shot, somebody takes it, and then you end up firing either gold or just a long reload at nothing, and that sucks so much. It hurts the soul when that happens. So he's reversing up this hill because he's trying to gain distance and height on his enemies, because they're all pressed up close to us. So if we can get up above them, then we can make use of the soft top armor on them and have a better chance at killing them. Scout on scout action happens with our side winning, and now our team, as much as we've been beaten back and beaten back and beaten back, now we can start to push out and get these guys away from our base and into a much better position. Now you still got heat good. I would personally at this point in time have an HE shell loaded for that 268 in the middle. 268 on the middle is just barely is like 200 health-ish area. If somebody could light him up, then an HE shell would kill him, but a heat shell might just go into his tracks, and that would be bad. Yeah, look at that. Just over 100 health on that 268. One little HE shell and it would be dead, but not an HE shell from the room, or the, seriously? Still hasn't learned his lesson, is still gonna be looking to fire heat instead of HE. HE would have solved this problem already. Artillery is trying to solve this problem. Artillery. There we go. STRV finally takes him out. Though, I doubt that was HE on his part. Conway is coming into the fight now. The Conway would be another great target for HE because, yeah, the Conway doesn't have 90mm of armor on it. Not unless you count the gun mantle. And you just don't shoot the gun mantle and everything will be fine. Look at that. Conway is burning. And HE would definitely take care of him at this point in time. Other than that, there's 268 version 4 around here somewhere. Looks like it's probably over near the base area. Most likely still in that bush, letting people up for the GW Tiger, who's doing a great job on the enemy team of taking out friendlies. We're going to speed this up a little bit because, yeah, I just don't want to sit here watching this forever. I do like this area though. It'd be horrible to have a battle here. That is beautiful to drive through. Trying to come up behind the enemy. Does in fact come up behind the convoy, more or less. Catches it by surprise. And is able to finish off. Though that was really a lucky shot. Because all game we've been missing those kinds of shots. So because that convoy was not moving at all, we were able to narrow it in and actually hit him. But now he's got to push forward across this gap and get into somewhere else that's safe enough for the moment. Well, there's the GW Tiger. Now that we know where he is, he will most likely get taken out by artillery or by a heat shell. Still firing heat, even though he definitely doesn't need to. He might need that heat later on for the 263 or the 268, but it doesn't really matter at this point in time because there is only the last few enemy tanks left. With one of them killing our artillery and appearing in our base, this is going to pose an issue. Almost 5,600 damage dealt. He's just gonna go ahead and push up this hill. We are just looking for that 263. And there he is, way over there. Oh, and he's not looking the right way. Nice shot. Going in. Unfortunately, not tracking him, but that does. Sorry, I was reading the bad chat. This said, how do I get this back in? Oh, there we go. Stats, players, and bots are the worst. Yeah. Oh, I see what he's trying to say that anybody who's farming for stats and bots are the worst at teamwork. It's not necessarily true. It just feels true sometimes. Because Brez has more things that can go wrong sitting in his head than most people are thinking about in a game like this. Nice job as the gun finally hits the mark at that kind of range and connects for a solid kill. T92 is just fired. We know he's not anywhere near us because we would heard him firing if he was. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit until he gets to about here. Now this puts him in great position to base cap if he wants to. But more precisely, it puts him in a spot where he can hit the artillery with one. Now he's down to only HE shells, and he probably wishes he'd fired something else at some of those other guys that he'd been firing heat at. So we're gonna speed up a little bit. Oh, it's the end of the game. I didn't even notice the STRV killing him. Yeah, that was a great game, and almost just over 7,000 damage, almost 7,500 damage. This was awesome. The only thing I can say as to how to improve your play in this tank is if you carry some more HE rounds, then at these kinds of distances, like where he started the game, where he was just like acres and acres away from the opponents, instead of firing standard armor piercing rounds in those kind of situations, fire some HE. The splash damage will do things. It'll obviously kill crew members, kill modules, slow the enemy down a bit, you hit the like side of a medium tank with that, and it may not go through, but it will cripple the medium tank. Whereas you were shooting for the most part at like the fronts of vehicles, so in that case, it would still do enough damage to make them cry a little bit inside, which is really what you want to be doing with this thing. It is perfectly designed for making people cry inside. But anyway, so let's just jump over and see what his results were. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, a Pascucci's Medal, Cool Headed, which is awesome, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and of course the Top Gun. Well done, sir. This was a good game, and you deserve to be proud of what you accomplished. It was truly a great job. I love the fact that his score is so close to being elite, but not quite close enough, you know. And over 7,000 damage dealt. Well done. That takes a lot. The fact that the other 268 did 5,000 damage is pretty awesome as well, though. And only 13 shells connected, which is of course how you get that number. If they had been HE shells, then that number would be lower, but this number would be higher because you would have connected more shells. Overall, completely well done. Thank you so much for saying this in. This is an awesome tank, and I love playing it at least once a night just to make people cry in it, you know? And so, yeah, again, if you think this deserves an MVP, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more of this kind of content, and in all things, thank the patrons, for they are amazing. And we'll see you next time. This is ioEther out.